What is up, guys? It's Fee. I'm back with another e-cig video. Today's a tips and tricks video, and yeah, I'm gonna show you how to get the threads out of a 510 atomizer. I've been getting a lot of questions and stuff like that about how to do this. I just avoided trying to make the video because it's so difficult to do it in front of the camera. But yeah, here we go. Here goes the video. All right, so anatomy 101, I guess, on atomizers. This is the bridge. This is off of an 801, a dead atty. I was gonna try and take it apart and solder it back together to see if that's the problem, but it's not. So this is the bridge, like on the inside of your atomizer. Here's a 510. You can see it's just like a super big version of a 510. All atomizers are basically the same concept. And I just wanted to let you know, so this is the bridge here. The heating coil that actually atomizes your juice is right here. This is the problem with addies. This will pop because it heats up too much, or it's got too much gunk on it. It doesn't perform as well. And on 901s and 510s, usually there's threads, like fiber threads that run right here, that run in, between the bridge and the heating coil. And to me, those threads are a big nuisance. I mean, yeah, I guess they help your carts get juice down to the atomizer, but I don't use carts and I drip anyways, so I take them out. And they gunk up. The threads right here, if you run into some really dark juices or sweeter juices, these threads will gunk up, and they will eventually clog your atomizer. You could do this with an older atty, but then sometimes they melt. The threads will melt onto the heating coil here, and you'll get a really burned taste, or just lose a ton of performance. So that's just, I guess that's the anatomy. A quick little rundown of what it looks like inside of your atomizer. Once again, this is an 801. I'm going to be showing you how to do this with a 510. It's much more difficult. I just don't have because it's so much more smaller. But I don't have a 510 open right now. Although I have like a drawer full of dead 510s. Anyhow, okay. So here is a regular old Chinese 510, not Titan branded or anything. And you can see in here that there's threads that run underneath the atomizer right here. So you can see they poke out a little bit on each side. These are the threads that I absolutely dread. I hate these threads. I was gonna use a toothpick, but it feels like it's too thick. So I have a paper clip, but I have a toothpick probably. Yeah, I've been doing it with toothpicks for everybody, and I've taught everybody else to do it with toothpicks as well. So bear with me here. It's actually very simple. All you have to do is take your toothpick and lift the threads out right here. Just pull them out, and then the ends will be exposed, and then you can get like a pair of tweezers and just pull it out. This usually takes about a minute. I mean, I can usually do it in about 30 seconds or so, but that's with a light shining into it, and I'm looking at it with my actual eyes. Today I'm actually looking at this through my camera, and it's much more difficult the way my hands are positioned, and yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me. But you should be able to get the gist of how to do this. All you have to do really is go in there and pull the threads a little bit, and you see they start coming out, and you'll expose all the tips of the threads. See, you can see that. Sorry, I keep moving to the right because that's where my flashlight is. Just want to get some better lighting, and then you can see that's basically all of it. All you have to do is pull it out one time. Pull it once, and most of the ends will be exposed. And once you're at that point, you can grab yourself some tweezers and just go ahead and take it out. See, that's what they look like. There's still one thread left in there, 2 threads left in there. You can usually do it in one foul swoop, but like I said, this is difficult doing it on just looking at the camera screen, the LCD camera screen. These things, I hate these things. You can see it's made out of this nylon fiber or something. It burns. It's much more difficult to do this with used atty, because you'll see that the ends here will be burned from the coil. These ends will be burned, and sometimes they'll fuse and melt onto the coil, and you will have an extremely difficult time getting those out. Let me put this, let me get these threads off here. I wouldn't worry too much about the bridge, touching the bridge. That doesn't really matter. It's that coil down here. That coil, that is your sensitive spot that you want to avoid touching at all costs. But it's, yeah, that's how you do it. Let me go in here and try and grab the end out of this piece here. See, now that's perfect right there. I usually just pick it all out from one side and then get all the threads to line up at the top of the addy, and then just pull it out with tweezers, or use the toothpick to pull it out. But yeah, this one's taking a little long. Usually you can just do this in one foul swoop, and you'll be good to go. But it's much more difficult performing. It's really a performance. Yeah, that should be good. Now you can drip without worrying about any terrible burn taste. The addy, if it's an older addy and you're doing this, you will see at least a 50% improvement, unless it's dead or something. But this is the way to do it. I hope that this video has been informative enough, and I hope you guys don't break any atomizers trying to do this. And I hope that a lot of you guys revive your 510s doing this. I mean, I've had my cousin's atomizers work terribly, and then I showed him how to take the threads out of it, the Wick, and man, it works like a champ now. So yeah, that's the take the wick or threads out of a 510 video. I hope that helped. Happy vaping, everybody.